So I started this little area without you, and I should have thought of taking you along so that you could see the difference more clearly. Most of the painting is painted in now. Not quite, I still have work to do on the foreground rocks. Actually, a lot of work to do on the foreground rocks. But I thought I'd just take a break from them for a moment. It's a bit of a slog working through that, but I'm enjoying it. But what I have done is I've already laid a little bit of, what did I use? Just a touch of yellow ochre, raw umber, and a hint of ultramarine blue, and white, by far mostly white, to take just this area and this leading edge of the rock up a notch in value. I didn't have the brevity to do that before because I still wanted to get much more of the painting in before I did it. So I've laid that in, I've made that a little stronger, that a little stronger. Now I have this on my brush, and I would like to take this up a notch. I'm letting the brush dry out as I drag it along. I don't want this very bright line to go too far to the right. But it does amazing things almost immediately to make this pop up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to add a little more yellow ochre to my pile and a little more ultramarine blue. Bringing this up in value. Again, the brush is not heavily loaded, and I'm letting it feather off into nothing as we move to the right. Okay? Okay, so our little spot here now, it's a little bit punchier. It's actually amazing how much punchier it is. Let me back the camera off, and show you so that you can see it more in context. Just going to flip my screen around so that I can see what I'm focusing in on. But see? 2 strokes. Plus, of course, what I'd done on the rocks, which was only a few strokes as well. So we'll back that off a little bit, and you can see how that begins to glow. Probably don't want to go any higher in value right there because I don't want competition for those cabins when they eventually have more light. Okay, now that we've made that much higher, that much brighter than this next little pokey any spot, I can afford to raise the value on this one too. Actually, let me just move the camera a little bit so that my head's not going to be in the way. Back it out a little bit. Okay, same thing. Same colors, but more blue. Lower value. Actually, I'm going to add a hint of cobalt to this. Okay, our value hasn't jumped up very much, has it? I've just been a little bit too cheap with the paint there. I want a mixture of ultramarine and cobalt, because if I just use one or the other, it'll be very clean and it might get a little cartoonish on us. How's that? It's okay. It might be a little high value yet. Okay. Load the brush and then wipe most of the paint off the brush. Same thing, let it fade off. That's a bit lighter than I wanted right there. A bit of a light streak in there, but it's okay. Now I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to raise the value of this rock a little bit now. Now that I have this incursion raised in value. Okay, one more time. One more time. Go into here. Not going to raise the value there quite as much. Not quite as much. And I'm adding a touch of burnt sienna to my mix to dirty that blue. That's not much higher, I don't think. No, it's not. Okay. Suddenly that water is much lighter than the rocks, isn't it? That's okay. That gives us license to raise the value and put highlights on the rocks. That's all going to work fine together. Okay, let me just slide my chair out of the way for a moment here. And we'll bring the camera a little more square to the canvas. Back it out a little bit. So you can see how, you know, all of this is painted in. I haven't played all of my cards on any particular place. Got very close to it here. Now I've pretty much played all of my cards here and with these areas. But now see how they stand out. See how much more they stand out compared to everything else. It's amazing. Just a few strokes pushes everything back. That invites me to revisit the rocks where I want to. I feel like I have the leeway now to jump in with a little higher highlight, a little highlighting here and there, some higher values. Makes it stronger, gives it more punch. Still have to visit these, not worried about it. And let me see, do I have, is this even in frame? Okay. You can see those rocks on the lower right, they're mostly painted in, except for the very bottom right corner. And then I'm probably going to go, I've taken my little break in the water now. Now I'm probably going to go keep wandering to the left and work on these rocks. You can see where the other day just quickly, because I had some paint on my brush anyway, I just laid this in. That's, you know, as we go on here. I know that I had originally thought, okay, we'll go a bluer gray with these rocks because I want it in the shadow. The thing is that there's just a lot of blue in this water, and I don't want these two to meld. I don't want these to get lost. So I'm going to stick with probably these colors, a bit of more raw umber. So we're really looking at mixtures of raw umber, ultramarine blue, bits of burnt sienna, bits of alizarin crimson, and of course varying degrees of white. And that's likely what I'm just going to continue to use as I work my way across here. So, you know, again, plans have changed a little bit. And I think that's about it for the moment. It's a slow go, guys. But this is another quick video just to show you what's up so far. See you soon.